could XCN hypothetically be bigger when compared to XLM? I think in terms of adoption and in terms of fans, in terms of hype, at least in the next 6 to 9 months, I don't think so. However, what I think XCN could do is maybe hypothetically be bigger in terms of percentage increase. Even though nothing I say is financial advice, why do I think so? It's because if you take a look at the price of XCN as of right now, it's relatively speaking very low because of the pullback, but take a look at the market cap. Keep in mind, if XCN were to go to the price of $1, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around $32.5 billion, which is around a 95x from here. Now, some people may think it's insane, but really XRP has a market cap that is well above $100 billion as of right now, despite the pullback and despite the crypto space not doing the best. So I don't think there's too much to ask for during a fully fledged bull run, as opposed to something like XLM, which currently has a market cap of around $8 billion. Can that do, over 90x from here? I mean, come on. I don't think it could do that in the next, let's say, 6 to 9 months. It's just highly unlikely. I mean, keep in mind, XCN, I don't think it's going to, necessarily become the biggest altcoin of all time. I'm not saying that, but really, if you take a look at XLM, it doesn't have that room for growth to do that, at least in the short to medium term, in my opinion. XLM is going to do hypothetically pretty good, in my opinion. $10 really wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But doing like over 90x or over 50x, I think that's totally out of the question this time around because, again, sometimes people like to say that XLM is going to do 1000x or 100x. Yeah, I just highly doubt that. I mean, we have to take a look at the market cap it would have at that point. It'd be just way too ridiculous, at least in my opinion. Now, some people may think that, oh yeah, but Onyx is a worse choice than Stellar. Now, that's dependent on personal preference and personal opinion, but the way you take a look at it is that if I believe in the future of XRP and XLM, which I do, why would I not basically believe in a project that is, in a sense, a miniature version of that? Why would I not believe in it? That's just the way you take a look at it. I get it. Some people may not like it because they think that, it's not as reputable. I'm totally aware of that. But for me, that's kind of the whole point. I want to enter before things gain that mainstream recognition. I want to enter before things really have that mainstream hype. I believed in XCN before when the price wasn't doing the best and it had a pump, but I still believed in it then and I still believe in it as of right now. Some people seem to think that, things are only good when the price is pumping. Well, personally for me, I want to accumulate when things are relatively speaking very low because theoretically, the lower something is for me, maybe the more room it has to grow. So I don't view low prices as a bad thing. But in reality, all I gotta do right now is just stay patient. With over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, with the number of institutional investors, the amount of enterprise adoption, and also with the Ripple and SEC case hopefully now being gone forever, at least hopefully moving forward, that right there I think is really going to create a lot of positive sentiment during this bull run. Now, only time will tell, but I'm just waiting anyways. I'm not telling anyone to buy XCN, by the way. I can only speak on my behalf, but this is what I do. I am not putting something that is affecting my life in any way. And let me explain what I mean by that. Some friends I know out there, instead of paying their rent or paying their grocery bills, they acquire a project in hopes that, hey, maybe it could do well in the next week or 2 weeks. And then maybe sometimes it doesn't do well. Then that's not a good situation, at least what I've seen. Now, I don't do that because what I put into cryptocurrencies anyways is what I would have originally put into my savings account. But then because I don't think it would really do much, I put into cryptocurrencies. Now, granted, if I put in my savings account, could it drop like 50% in a day? No, it can't do that, right? At least in theory. But in the world of cryptocurrencies, it could hypothetically do that. But I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the chance. I get it. Some people may think that, hey, it's more safe to put in the savings account. I'm totally aware of that, but I'm willing to take a chance. Now, what the result could be, only time will tell. There is no way to be 100% correct, at least as of right now, because how can we take a look into the future? But even besides that, I'm willing to take the risk. Whatever the result is, I'm willing to wait and see. However, of course, I'm focusing on $1 when it comes to XCN during this bull run, and I'm still staying patient. I think near the end of this year, maybe we could see things really just pick up in a very fantastic way because usually altcoins is a worst case scenario. They typically peak around 18 months after a big one-halving event, which based on the last one that happened in April of last year would actually mean around October this year. It's not a guarantee. It's just based off history. It's not necessarily going to be the exact same thing this time around, but you know what? I'm going to pay attention to it and I'm not going to give up. I'll wait and see whatever the result is. I'm willing to weighted out in $1. That's my price target for XCN during this bull run. And in terms of percentage increase, I think it'll be a lot more dynamic than something like XLM, even though it may not necessarily ever defeat it in terms of adoption or in terms of hype. But still, I do like its hypothetical upside when it comes to its price. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. Greatly appreciated. It's Willie the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.